who won the last Standard Open in Las Vegas. We are going to cut in the middle here. He is playing a blue-white-red mid-range deck. He is the one who has Sphinx's Revelations on his team. He has 2 in his deck. He's up against Spencer Howland, who's on a Jund mid-range list that has access. Oh no, it's actually
not. It's 4 color. He's got Avacyn's Pilgrim for Resto Angel.
This is Sith Naya.
This is Sith Naya?
This one is Sith Naya.
Why isn't this one Dance on Fire?
Because this one isn't Bant color. This one actually doesn't have blue in it, like I said, last time.
I think that your naming convention isn't necessarily logical.
Look.
I'm just joking. Let's just watch the games. All right, so it's 1 versus 0. Spencer Howland leading. Is it Charm? Oh, and Geist of St. Traff. So Patrick Sullivan and I watched Vidi play earlier, and he kept his Geist of St. Traffs in situations where we were puzzled. Like, this is like the worst possible situation for Geist of St. Traffs, and Vidi just kept smacking with it, kept hitting. There were never sufficient blockers, because he also has, is it Staticaster?
Yeah.
He shot the blockers to death.
Is it Staticaster does a real good job of mucking up the works, screwing up combat math, especially when you have Restoration Angel in your deck, to be able to get 2 uses out of the same Staticaster.
So he did not attack with his Geist of St. Traff, puzzling.
He must have read Spencer for a Restoration Angel. Spencer does have 3 Restoration Angels in his deck.
So hard cast Unburial Rites for, is that Resto Angel?
Yeah. Interesting.
And, oh, your spell was pretty good. This is
mine's better.
This is how we roll
Draw
in
4,
2012.
That's right. Our opportunities also gain us life. Remember back when like Stroke of Genius was way too good?
No.
You don't?
It was never too good.
It was exactly good enough?
It was exactly good enough.
All right.
It was played in a deck that had like, I mean, Time Spiral was too good.
That's true.
There's some other cards that were probably too good, but Stroke was exactly good.
I get when you staple Stream of Life onto it though, just gets better.
A little bit. Resto Angel to keep
the Geist of St. Traft around.
And hit for the extra 4.
And hit for the extra 4. Pretending like we're in Delver Summer all over again with that trick. That Geist should be untapped. Not a huge deal. I wouldn't imagine that he's going to block Spencer.
Tell the judges to untap the Geist, will you?
Already good.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, there it is.
He's changed his tune. He likes me again.
Spencer plays a Huntmaster of the Fells here.
Huntmaster of the Fells is just, I love the Huntmaster of the Fells versus Geist of St. Traff fight. Like, that's like a classic fight, right? And capable decks on either side. Either side can win, and it's usually about how well the Geist player plays.
Yes.
But I really like that fight. All right, so
Spencer does have another land to be able to represent the Angel, although he didn't play it on the turn that we thought he might. So it's likely he doesn't have it unless he recently drew it.
So
Vidi is not going to come in with the Geist.
No, not in this position.
Yeah.
He's going to end up trading his Geist for a Wolf if he does that.
Angel blocks Angel, but Staticaster is going to...
Boom.
Now, something interesting here. Because if he had done it to the Angel, it deals 1 damage to each creature with that name.
Oh, it'll kill his own Resto Angels.
It would have killed 2 of the Angels. Oh, 1 of his and 1 of his opponents. And he just didn't need to do it.
Nice. I did not pick that up that quickly.
So he decided to just take off the mana.
Very powerful.
Yes.
This is Staticaster. I think it's like exactly powerful. I mean, it's exactly powerful enough to just be like a great card.
But
without
not be
being like
oppressive.
a ruiner. Yeah. It's just hell on tokens and mayors, champions.
Yep. You better have 2 toughness in this format if you want to be relevant. Deathrite Shaman, for example.
I agree he has 2 toughness. I like a lot of pinging effects in Standard. Staff of Nin's one of my favorite cards.
Yeah.
I like Staff of Nin.
I do like Staff of Nin. It's like a Planeswalker you can't attack.
Yeah. It's actually a Planeswalker that you can't attack that it activates twice.
Yeah.
It's like Chandra and like Jace.
And little Jace.
Yeah, so we're like, well, I like a lot of the ones that are planeswalkers that you can't attack. Like, one of my favorite ones is Druidic Satchel.
Yeah.
Which is like, sometimes it's Jace, sometimes.
Well, the thing about Druidic Satchel is that it's a random action generator.
Well, yeah.
That you can't really tell what the planeswalker is going to. It's like if your planeswalker was like at the beginning of your upkeep, choose a number between 1 and 3 at random. You activate that ability this turn.
Yeah, sometimes it's a Johnny, sometimes it's Elsbeth,
Right.
sometimes it's Jason, you don't know which.
Right.
I mean, there are actually ways that you can tune that, like if you could play to a Divining Top or something.
My favorite fake planeswalker is Knight of the Reliquary, because it just +2/+2/+2/+2s until you ultimate on your opponent.
Oh, that's an interesting way of thinking about it.
In Maverick, a lot of the time that's how that card would work out. Is you just be like, all right, end of turn, just cycle. All right, now at the 15/15, I'll kill you.
Then of course there's nobody plays Trading Posts anymore. What happened to that guy?
Well, all the artifacts left. So, Trading Post isn't as good anymore. Yeah, its best friend, Wormcoil Engine, Ichor Wellspring.
Oh yeah, the Wellsprings were its buddies.
Yeah, those are all gone. And making goats ain't a business like it used to be, man.
You could play Thragybo Baggy.
You could, and you did back then, but there was just, you would play Thragtusk in order to get to your Wormcoils.
But on the topic of planeswalkers you can't attack, that one's a planeswalker that you can neither play nor attack.
That's true. So we are now 1-1. Spencer's going to be on the play next game. The sideboards are a smattering of cards you might not have expected to see in Standard. I see Rock's Faithmender in Spencer's sideboard, as well as Slaughter Games.
I love Slaughter Games.
Among other cards. I don't think he brings it in here.
No, there's too much pressure in VD's deck. But against other Sphinx's Revelation decks, it's awesome.
Yes. He's probably got... Okay, so his sideboard consists of Tragic Slip, which might come in, possibly Centaur Healer, whereas Vidi has... he has Curse of Echoes, which is kind of interesting.
So Vidi has a tapped Hallowed Fountain. Spencer's playing a second turn Farseek. So Spencer looks like big advantage. He's going first, hits his Farseek. Vidi doesn't have Farseek in his deck, so he's going to play on his heels the entire game. And really, I think the question is, how much pressure can Spencer put on Vidi before Vidi fires off his Sphinx's Revelation?
Yeah, and Vidi,
I think that's the whole game right now.
Vidi does not have Syncopate in his deck, so he's not going to be able to take. He's not going to be able to counter a Huntmaster that falls next turn.
Well, presuming there's a Huntmaster that falls. It could be lots of stuff, right? It could be Rock's Faithmender.
Sure, he's not going to be able to counter a creature spell.
And he can play an Izzet Charm, maybe.
Which still doesn't counter creature spells.
I agree with you. And locks it on Smiter.
That also can't be countered.
Ever.
Actually, ever. So he's got a big 4/4. Vidianto not able to handle it right away.
And was that Azorius Charm?
That's going to be an Azorius Charm. Put the Elephant Soldier back on top of his library.
And
I'm going to guess that's a Beast. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter at this point.
This turn Vidi's tapped. He could have been anything, right?
Yeah.
And Vidi's, he got a fourth land.
Looks like it.
It's tough fighting against Thragtusk with a blue-red-white deck, isn't it?
It is.
Like, you don't have Rakdos Keyrune, you don't have Thragtusks of your own.
Yeah.
So you're basically going down in card advantage no matter what.
Yeah, and your options are limited. It looks like Vidi has the Tameo that he has one of it in the sideboard in his hand. That's a decent answer.
He needs to stop whatever this is, and then he's going to have an exposed turn the turn he plays the Tameo.
Yeah.
Like another Thrax is going to ruin your day, right? And that's even terrible, right?
Yeah, like even just a vanilla 4/4 at this point is just a rough beat, because he's going to have to, if he plays the Tameo, it's just almost dead. Assuming Spencer just doesn't have anything else, which is a big if. Although he did just simply replay the Loxodon Smiter instead of playing anything for bigger mana. So we are going to see Tamiyo the Moon Sage.
Tap down the 5. Well, I mean, he could easily just have like a 5/5 or something, right? To contain the Loxodon the next turn. And kind of work its way up to high value.
Ooh. Well.
Oh, well.
Zealous Conscripts is interesting.
Bad.
Yeah, that's real bad.
I think that's jumping the gun.
Coming in for 7. I agree, that's jumping the gun. But he's going to get to draw 3 cards here, which is nice.
But there's still a Tamiyo.
There's still a Tamiyo on the table. But now Vidi is not going to really be able to answer, unless he has Supreme Verdict. He's not going to be able to answer.
He has Supreme Verdict in his deck, though, doesn't he?
He does. He has 2 after sideboard.
Like, Vidi actually could just draw 3 here as well.
Yes.
Draw into Supreme Verdict, and he's okay.
But who does drawing 3... Who's got the advantage with drawing 3? It's got to be the guy with more lands in play, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean... Oh, Spencer missed a Thrag trigger a few turns ago? What does that mean?
He missed a Thrag... he missed the 5 life gain.
You don't get it? It's not free? It's May?
Well, let me tell you a little something about triggers these days. If you don't say it, you don't get it.
Wow.
That is the new policy. And so, if it is a beneficial trigger, you have to announce it. And if you don't, sorry, Jack.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
That's rough, man. We're prison rules. That's how Tournament Magic is these days. So,
you think it's better that way?
You know, we had a long discussion about this on In Contention this week, or 2 weeks ago, actually.
Yep, he's drawing.
He is going to draw a bunch of cards. That's the correct
He
play.
still needs like a way to even if he draws Supreme Verdict. No, just to contain the Thragtusk token, because if he doesn't, he's just going to lose Tamiyo.
Yeah.
It was very, very bad.
And it's the only Tamiyo he has.
He needs like a sleep. I mean, like something like that.
Not really seeing anything in Vidi's list that could do
a
something
Searing
like
Spear
that.
setup. Like, does he have Searing Spears?
He does have Searing Spear.
Or like even a.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't. Where did he go?
Searing
Oh yeah,
Spear.
he does. It's 4. I thought he did.
Or like even a Azorius Charm.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So he needs, but he needs to have one of his 2 Supreme Verdicts
I think it's
as well as.
I think he's got it. No, am I wrong?
I can't tell.
Am I imagining stuff?
Vidi's very good at hiding his hand. He learned that while playing a lot of Versus. Yes, he does have it.
So, do you have to hide your hand in Versus?
No, but I knew that players, for some reason, whenever I played Versus, I recognized that the players held their hands closer to themselves. I don't know why. It might have been actually the rows.
Oh, okay.
Because you had, to keep things in specific rows, so there's just more space taken up. But I always noticed that, like, Versus players kept their hands closer to the edge of the table. I don't know why.
He's got a Verdict. He has to have a Spear, too, or... I think he
or
can
hope
actually
Spencer
really
forgets
come
the
back
trigger.
here.
Oh, he remembered this time.
I don't know why... So, let's see. And is that a beast?
That is a beast.
That's a way beastier beast than the ones we've seen that look like a cow.
Yeah.
I'm used to the ones that look like a little caribou.
with the little upward tusks.
Yeah, like,
that look like a Muppet. Yeah.
Don't go graze or drink some water in the river.
Hey, it's a beast. It didn't say anywhere that it's a carnivorous beast. Could be,
a cow.
a field beast.
A hippo.
Yeah, I identify a hippo and a cow as beasts. So Vidi needs basically to have Searing Spear here.
It'd be a sweet comeback if he came back, though.
Yeah. Well, he also doesn't... his only road to victory isn't necessarily just Tamiyo. Like, he could take the damage... Like, the Tamiyo could just die, and then he could still be in this game some other way. The problem is that Spencer drawing those 3 cards was enormous gain.
Oh, for sure. And Spencer's up 12 life. He has more lands in play. He's actually still got the initiative as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. He's just deciding how to proceed here.
got to attack the Tameo. This isn't even a question. Unless he's like got 2 big burn spells that he doesn't play, right?
Right. I think that he has to. Well, he's got no. Oh, he's got another Zealous Conscripts. Well, that doesn't do anything.
He can't jump it. He has to wait if he's going to do that.
Yeah.
It's better to attack Vidi then, and then next.
Oh, he's got Bonfire. So he's deciding whether to burn the Bonfire on the Tameo.
No, I think you let Vidi use the Tameo so that you can Zealous Conscripts it and then draw cards in.
Yes, I agree. Or you attack it. I mean, you attack it, for sure.
I think Vidi played in such a way that Spencer can attack it.
He did.
I think, like, he wants him to try
But
it.
he can also put him down to 5, which is pretty good. When you got
he's got a Bonfire, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7.
6. He can hit him for 3. So if he hits
you can hit him
for
for 3, and then he's also got Zealous Conscripts in hand.
Okay.
So
I'm a buyer.
Yeah, I think that you attack Vidi here. Yeah, that's what we ended up doing. You go right ahead and keep your Tameo for a turn. Smite ya. I like that play.
I think this must just all be predicated on drawing those 3 extra cards, right?
It is. It absolutely did. I think that was actually a savvy play by Spencer. We were second guessing it, but turns out drawing 3 cards is good. Who knew? Stop the presses. Drawing 3 cards is good.
Richard Garfield.
Yeah, that's right.
Brian Weissman.
The guy on Ancestral Recall.
That guy
has a headache.
The guy on
Ooh,
Brainstorm.
I just noticed Vidi has Guru lands. Look at that.
Those sweet.
Those are awesome. Man, Guru Islands are.
I mean, Vidi's got to know
expensive.
that something's up, right?
Yeah. I think that Vidi knows the jig is up. He's just deciding how he's going to die here. He has to decide what he wants to play around because he can only play around, any of his options gives him like 1, maybe 2 things that let him survive out of 5.
So
he just has to play to his outs and hope for the best.
So there's a big burn spell and a haster.
Right, and he's like, well, how many Zealous Conscripts could be left in Spencer's deck? Because 1 is already in the graveyard. The answer is 1, and Spencer has it. So if Vidi plays to his outs, it's likely he's not going to play around Zealous Conscripts, and that's a problem.
So is he going to untap his dudes?
Yeah.
Not both of them.
Not both of them, just the one of them. Now, the other thing is that he can play the Zealous Conscripts to untap his own elephant.
If it resolves, it resolves.
Right.
If it resolves,
it's game.
We're in good shape if we're Spencer. Worst case scenario, he's going to take the Tameo and draw 2 cards and kill Tameo. 3 cards, rather.
Looks like... Could I have been mistaken about the Zealous Conscripts? I don't think so.
Maybe he's just going to try to bonfire him to death.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Attack you with a beast token. Nope, he does have the Zealous Conscripts. So here's a Restoration Angel.
And a nice big block.
Okay. So this Bonfire is going to be able to take out the Restoration Angel now in addition to a good chunk of Vidianto's life total, which is nice. It's a nice little thing to be able to do.
I'll take a free card.
Or he can take out the Tameo, which I think is what you want to do at this point.
Yeah?
If you're playing a sorcery and not adding another guy to the board... Oh, he's going to play a creature?
You can still play the Zealous Conscripts and then
post-combat?
Take the Tameo and eat it.
Oh, and -2 it for a draw card? That's interesting. I don't hate that.
I like that.
I think that's a little cute for my taste. I think I'd rather haste, wait for Vidi to play a creature.
Don't forget he's drawing 2 more cards. He's going to have additional gas.
That's true.
And he's removing Tameo from play, which means that he's just going to be hella lethal with 7 power in play.
That's true.
Against 5 life total.
Yeah.
If it resolves, I think that's very, very plus EV for him.
Oh, nope, he decided to pass.
He must not have had it. I think he does not have this card.
I think he does. I'm pretty sure he does.
It there?
I don't know. Perhaps he was thinking along my same lines. It's got haste. Why would you play it post-combat?
Because That's just too greedy. 'Cause
End of turn, is it Staticaster? Provides a roadblock at the very worst.
Nightshade Peddler. What if there
Was that a
Peddler?
Nightshade Peddler?
No.
Yeah, there's no Nightshade Peddlers.
No
in Vidianto's
Nightshade
deck.
Peddler. No fun.
Just Staticasters. All right. Smiter's going to stay tapped.
I think DD sees some sunlight here.
I do. Yeah. Spencer gave him some sunlight.
I like that.
Well,
That
there you
does
go.
not take very long to win the game.
Nope, sure doesn't.
3 turns and we're done. Spencer Howland. Did I really give that guy light?
Not really, because we're going to play Zealous Conscripts here, right? Zealous Conscripts is going to steal Tamiyo. Tamiyo's going to tap. Is it Staticaster?
And then what?
Is that right?
No.
No.
He
That
has
can't
to
be
wait
right.
for Ultimate Tamiyo at this point.
Yeah.
If he has Zealous Conscripts, I don't know if he does.
Yeah.
He should have cast it last turn, killed Tamiyo, drawn
Yep,
2.
I agree.
Gotten in
So
with...
Vidi is going to make a Moorland Haunt token.
Yeah, he's got sunlight. They tap down the guy.
Take 7.
This is a 3-turner. You can even make like an extra spirit token to block another guy, probably, right?
Assuming he has another creature in the graveyard. Do we remember if he does?
I don't.
I don't remember either. I know he removed the one Restoration Angel that we know of.
That might have been it. He doesn't have a Zealous Conscript. Is that the 3rd card of Zealous Conscript? You were right. Never mind. You win. So what's he taking?
I don't know.
This is almost pointless.
Yeah, I don't understand what he was waiting for here.
Should have happened 2 turns ago.
Yeah. Gotten rid of this whole problem. So there's Zealous Conscripts. What are you going to steal, bud?
You can untap Striker.
He's going to take Tamiyo, probably draw 2 cards.
Attack. And draw 2. Oh. Miserable.
Die to Izzet plus Staticaster.
Well, you can draw for him.
Now, yeah, he's going to draw 3 now,
Yep.
at least. Yeah, that's fine. At this point, Vidi is not playing the card advantage game anymore. Ooh,
Is that Mizium
that
Mortars?
is Mizium Mortars.
Oh, so get out of jail free card. Let's go. Let's
Well,
go.
do we?
Does he have
We
sufficient
don't
red?
have not enough. Not now.
It's
Next
tapped.
turn we
He
do.
has it, but it's tapped.
Next turn we do.
You should just Farseek here to make sure he has enough red.
Well, he has 3 red.
What's that explosive looking card? Is that another Loxodon?
Yes.
Let's play that guy. Farseek can play that guy.
Yeah, he needs to get the other red just in case Vidi decides to tap down the 4th red or the 3rd red source.
Yeah, it's necessary.
And that's what he does. Goes and gets a Blood Crypt.
This is an exciting turn of events. Going down to 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, Spencer should have had this game, but he's doing a decent job of trying to stay in it now that he's lost control of it.
And
Is it Nada?
he's got to play the Loxodon. It can block.
Assuming it's a Loxodon.
He's got it. He can block the Geyser Saint Trap.
Yeah. Yes.
He can't be countered. Just bring. Bring. No? Did he not? He doesn't have the right land.
Oh no! He
He
tapped
tapped
wrong.
his Temple Garden. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, he's shooting himself right now.
Yep. That's pretty bad.
Oh, wow.
It's not the worst.
It's not the
It's
worst.
certainly not the best.
But it's certainly not fun to take 6 when you
7.
might have to take none. No, I mean, it's 6 that he's taking it. Because that would scare off the... Oh, wow.
Oh, dear.
Vidi's playing for keeps.
Ambush Viper you.
And was that just...
It's
is
just
it Charm
draw
Fix
2,
my
discard
hand?
2, yep. Try and find a burn spell, maybe.
I can respect that.
Make it not even matter if he played the Loxodon Hierarch or not. Discard a couple of lands. We got enough of those.
He's probably going to blow his Tameo after the attack to draw 4 or 5 cards and see about putting this game away. Because he's coming in for 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9? Is that correct?
That's 9.
6. Put Spencer to 4.
Vidi does not have a 4 damage burn spell, but he has spears and pillars, so he could draw some combination thereof.
Yeah, he's definitely
So he is going to
drawing
do that.
5 cards.
4 cards.
No, there's an angel.
Oh, there is an angel. No, it leaves at end of combat, so it's 4.
Oh, lame. Playing a land. 4 cards is still sweet.
Doesn't look like he found it.
Unsummon.
Unsummon Snapcaster Mage. All
He
right.
really wants to finish this one, yeah? Oh,
Pillar
Flame,
and Snapcaster Pillar. I like it.
That's game.
That's pretty awesome.
Wow, what a comeback.
Nicely done,
That
Vidi.
was really impressive. I mean,